Welcome to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. Brothers and sisters, it's a new week and we're happy to communicate with you again. Each time we have a new show, we really look forward to meeting you and sharing ideas. In fact, the show of today is really based on content that you've been sending to us. So we really applaud our content providers who are like citizen journalists. You put together these stories and you send them to us. Then we'll package them, then we'll present them in a meaningful way so that all of us can share. So you and we thank you for this tireless effort of giving us good content. So much is happening in the week. I know for the Muslims, we wish you a happy Ramadan. For the Christians, happy Ascension Day. Okay? So we're very happy with you. So before we even get started, we also want to thank our viewers. We also want to thank our advertisers. And we also want to thank the businesses that are supporting our business. In fact, we can even give you one of them, which we want to highlight on the show of today. PrimusCloudSolutions.com. They are an AWS service provider. This is Amazon Web Services. You're going to go to their website and you'll see much of what they do. So when people support us, we also like to tell you to support them. So this business is supporting us and we want you to support them. They are an internet business that is going to be going wide. They're going to be taking their business to Africa. So we just want you to watch this business. As you can see, on this show, we are very pro-business. We are pro-Africans. We're encouraging Africans to start their own businesses, and we're supporting them, just like we're giving support now to PrimusCloudSolutions.com. Okay? For the show of today, we have a whole lot of information. From your comments, we're able to generate the idea for the show of today. We've been talking about Chinese slavery in Africa, and you guys have responded positively to those stories, and you've insisted that we should make the show of today on the resistance. We're going to present it now so that our friends can see your reaction. You guys are not happy with French slavery in Africa, even though the top leaders, your top leaders, are corrupt. They are taking all this money from the Chinese like drunks. They can never have enough of it. They keep asking for more. The more money they take from China, it's like somebody sniffing cocaine. The more cocaine he sniffs in, he wants more. He cannot have enough. Some of these people are just like drunks. These are presidents. They are predators. They prey on you, but now the hunter is hunted. You are hunting the hunter, and now they are ashamed because of their complicity with the Chinese. But when we start this show, we want to start it on a comic venue. Somebody just told us it looks like President Obama is back. Last week, we even mentioned him on our show. This week, we're mentioning him again because one of you sent us a video. It is rumored that Barack Obama Avenue is coming to Fifth Avenue in New York. If you remember, Fifth Avenue in New York, that's where Trump Tower is located. So how is President Donald Trump going to take it? Tell us. This is really funny because we're really imagining the way President Donald Trump will take it. So we're going to share the video with you for a moment. Look at it. Look at the reaction of the people.
Over 300,000 people have signed a petition to rename this part of Fifth Avenue from 57th to 56 Barack Hussein Obama Avenue. And you can probably guess why, because right behind me is Trump Tower. He now would be on Obama Avenue, which I'm sure would get under his skin. So Trump's tower would be on Obama Avenue. What do you think about that?
Oh, ain't life grand?
It should happen. If it's going to happen, this is where it should happen.
Obama Avenue?
Yes, I love it. Love it.
Send us your feedback, what you think about this video. People have already signed petitions. We hear normally 100 petitions are needed, but the people have already gathered over 3,000 petitions to make Fifth Avenue Barack Hussein Obama Avenue. And of course, Trump Tower is right on that avenue. So sparks are going to fly, right? Okay, send us your comments and we'll see what you think. And another comic note, let's take you to Tanzania. You know the bulldozer, Magufuli. A comedian was making fun of his oversized coats, and he got angry and told his boys to put the comedian in jail. So when we tell you that this guy is a dictator, you guys say, no, he's not, he's a good guy. When this guy just makes fun on a Facebook website, why are you putting him in jail? So this is a joke. You make yourself, we even saw some of the pictures, the suits were really funny. So as I'm sure the guy was just embarrassed that the suit just make him look funny. The new guy now, he's big, he can feel the suits, but the old guy was wearing those big suits. He was just swimming inside, but now he's been able to enjoy the wealth of Tanzania, so the suits can fit him now very well with a big tummy, okay? So we just laughed at, at the whole thing, and we thought we'll bring this to you.
Hey, yo, Shay, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shake. When I say his services are the best in the states where he's born, he even take care of your tax forms, back refunds. So come get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
So on a serious note, let's go to Nigeria. The Chinese have been coming to Africa, and they have been maltreating our people. Then they have even been maltreating Africans in Guangzhou province, okay? And this is what started this whole backlash. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, the Chinese have been maltreating Africans in China. COVID-19 came from China, from Chinese labs and Chinese markets, but the Chinese are accusing Africans as carriers of COVID-19 when they should be blaming themselves. But like some people that I know, the Chinese never want to accept blame for anything. And this is a government that treats its people very, very poorly. So it's not really strange to them to be maltreating Africans. But Africans have had enough. In the beginning, Nigerian lawyers started protesting. They even wrote to China to pay for the pains China has caused Africans with its negligence in handling the COVID-19 epidemic. So the pandemic has spread, and the Nigerian lawyers want China to pay reparations for its actions. Will China pay these reparations? You tell us. We need to hold China accountable too. Recently too, you can see some stories. It looks like the EFCC of Nigeria caught some Chinese migrants trying to bribe some officials of Nigeria. And I think the legislators in Nigeria have now decided that Chinese people have to obey the law. If they are not obeying the law, they should be sent back to their country. So that's what is really happening in Nigeria. We salute the Buhari government on this score, and we also salute the legislators for taking action to protect their people. We are tired of the Chinese. We don't really know why the Buhari government continues to take money from these people. They say they want to build big projects. We don't really need those big projects. Taking money from China is putting you into more debt and into slavery. We feel like the Buhari government is really taking this money because they are already looking forward to elections 2023. So the next presidential election, so they want to put money in their pockets, which they're going to use to finance the election and bribe their supporters. But what is the cost? The cost is the sovereignty of Nigeria. Nigeria now is not free because Nigeria is beholden to China, okay? So this is not good. If you look, Nigeria is owing China over $5 million and billions of dollars, okay? So this is not good. I want to draw your attention to another story you sent to us, and this story is about the Cross River governor, Governor Benedict Ayade. He is more like a man of the people. This is the kind of people that we want. He has decided to make it possible for small businesses not to be paying taxes to the government, like farmers. He wants them to produce their stuff tax-free because he's really feeling sorry for them. He feels that these people deserve some help, and he wants to provide them this assistance.
Your responsibility from today going forward is to put an end to illegal taxes on people.
So we think this is really a very great act done by this governor, and we want other governors to emulate Governor Benedict Ayade. So even the Cameroonian refugees who are now in Nigeria, they ran from their own country, Ambazonia, and they are now in Nigeria. Benedict Ayade has been treating them very, very well, and we thank him very much for helping our people. So this is a very nice individual. We hope one day Nigerians can allow this good governor to run for president because he has the right ideas, and we think he has great potential. From Nigeria now, we're going to move to La République du Cameroon, and also we'll talk about Ambazonia. On the side of La République du Cameroon, for a long time, their president has been missing in action. He had declared a war against the people of Ambazonia, but he has been nowhere to be found. In fact, his own doctor was declared dead by COVID-19 a few days ago. So most of the people around him are dying. Then the suspicion is even that he himself has died. We even have a video by one of his generals, General René Claude Mecca. He is also in the hospital fighting for his life. But he is saying that, he contracted COVID-19 when he met President Biya the last time in March. So he's been battling this disease for months, and he really regrets the day he set foot in the presidential palace to meet with this individual called Paul Biya. Then, of course, you have other guys who are in Mr. Biya's team who are also crying. Like we have Valerie Nka, who has been the architect and executor of the Ambazonia war. Now, people are saying that it looks like the ICC, the International Criminal Court, wants the head of the people who are perpetrating genocide in Ambazonia. Valerie Nka has been chosen as the scapegoat, but he's saying that he doesn't want to go alone because everything he did, all the murders he committed, he was instructed by Mr. Paul Biya and his collaborators. So if he is going to the ICC, they must join him because he did not do this alone. They were giving him orders from the presidential palace. So he doesn't just want to accept blame. He was taking instructions from his superiors. That's his case. Well, is this going to work? We're just watching the slow wheels of justice. Let them turn. Eventually, they will get to the rogue regime of Mr. Paul Biya and try to punish him for the genocide he's been committing. And of course, there's another video one of the soldiers sent to us. A lot of soldiers are running away. They are running away for their lives because they know that this war is really a Waterloo. Going to Ambazonia has become now like going to the pit of hell. Most of the soldiers are dying, but the government is hiding this fact from their families. Once in a while, a family will discover that the person that they thought was in Ambazonia had lost his life more than 8 months ago. But the government never told them. This war has been dragging from 2016 up till now. The Biya government, which believes in the use of excessive and brutal force, it was thinking that in 2 weeks they will be able to crush the Anglophones and the war will end. What a surprise. The Ambazonia Restoration Forces have outlasted him. They are still fighting and they are winning a lot of victories. If you look, the Biya army is actually in retreat and defeat. Now they just stay in one place, then send over 300 soldiers to go towards a target. They don't have any power now to rule over these people anymore. So the checkpoints they used to have are all gone. So they just stay in one place and set a target that, today we're going to go to this area to target an Ambazonia stronghold. But they don't really have the power they used to have. Even the chiefs have run away from their chiefdoms. So it's really sad. So this video given to us by one of the soldiers is saying that over 1,000 soldiers have already deserted. And we're encouraging soldiers to desert because do they want to live or do they want to die? So it's a choice they have to make. If they want to stay in Ambazonia and lose their life, it's their call. But most of them now are choosing to leave. We had predicted this many, many months ago on this show, that a lot of these people, if given the right instructions, the right ideas, they're not going to stay and die for no good reason. Because this is death for no just cause. You can fight a war when it's necessary, but this is a senseless war that should not have even been declared against the Amazonian people, because 56 years of slavery is enough. The people are tired of French slavery. So when I look at this, the Chinese are still here also. So you have the French and the Chinese now fighting for the heart and soul of Cameroon. So the Amazonians now want to be free. And on that score, we can even see that the freedom will be long coming, because it looks like after Mr. Biya's death, which is already presumed, a lot of the people think that Mr. Biya has already died. They are just playing games with cameras and videos to make people think that he's still alive. General Claude Mecca has concurred and has confirmed the suspicions of a lot of people that Mr. Biya had died a long time ago, over a month ago, but they're just hiding that fact. So eventually things will come into the open and people will see the truth. So you can fool the people, but eventually the people will get to know what is happening. So we feel really sorry for this government. But you look, who would take over Mr. Biya's position? Is it that they are grooming his son, Frank Biya, to take over? We have a video, which one of you sent to us, showing Mr. Frank Biya's first foray into politics, trying to shake hands with people. Take a look at the video for a moment. Thanks for watching the video. But look also, we have the story of Barrister Shufai. The international community is calling on the Cameroon government. Barrister Shufai was one of the members of the Niger 10. You remember when the Cameroon government connived with the Buhari government to hijack peaceful Cameroonians and Amazonians from Nigeria back to the dungeon of La République. Barrister Shufai was among them. He's seriously sick, and the government is beating him, maltreating him. So eventually his lawyers and family have been complaining. So the international community is saying that this guy deserves to have good medical treatment. Why is the Biya government chaining him to his bed, beating him? So is this how you treat a prisoner? Well, that's Mr. Biya's way of doing things. It's really sad that the international community has insulated Mr. Biya from any form of punishment. And it is showing that there is no justice in this international system. People are really tired. They have lost faith in the international system, because a guy like Mr. Biya should have been taken to jail, to the ICC. The slow wheel of justice is turning, but it's too slow. The people are dying every day. And that's the sad thing we need to understand. Every day they keep this guy in power, the people are dying every day. Germany, USA, when are you going to come in to take this guy out? I understand for now, Mr. Trump is very, very concerned with the presidential election that is coming in November. We hope his next agenda for the second term, probably the first item, should be kicking out most of these French-backed African dictators. That's what we want to happen. And I'm sure if you keep putting the pressure, this is going to happen. So now we're going to leave Cameroon, and we'll focus a little bit on the refugees who are in Nigeria. It looks like Sisiku Ayoktabi, the president of Amazonia, has sent some gifts to these refugees. He is in jail, but he still has the time to think about his people. So people went to Ground One, which is Nigeria, to offer these gifts to refugees in camps in Nigeria. Take a minute and watch the video.
Sisters and brothers, the Ambazonians who they did for here, the Southern Cameroonians, sisters and brothers. Good morning, we did here with the HHS team on ground here. Our Papa Seseku, His Excellency Seseku Ayok Tabe, waiting for prison with a Naira pen. And the HHS team waiting for diaspora and the Victoria Relief Foundation, they join hands together to fight coronavirus inside our life, inside the lives of the refugees and the community as well. So they don't send us here, say when we can bring this item to our presenter now. We bring here 4 bags of gari.
Thank you for watching this video. We are really happy with the way Seseku Ayok Tabe is conducting himself. Instead of focusing on himself, he's focusing on his people. This is what a good leader should be. He cares about his people, he wants his people to do well, and we salute him very well. Next, from Ambazonia, we're going to move now to Kenya. Kenya too is facing the problem of Chinese migrant workers molesting the Kenyans. There was an incident we drew attention to a few weeks ago when a Chinese migrant decided to beat a Kenyan, flogged the Kenyan in open because the Kenyan was for work. Incidentally, it looks like this Chinese guy did not even have the papers to stay in China. So why is it that our people are so dependent on Chinese money to the point that they sell their souls? It's sad. But what I like is now on social media and on the ground, you guys are protesting. So it looks like the government of Kenya has already taken some of these Chinese nationals to court, and they have been tried.
I'm at Favor. It's an African store by the neighborhood here, Beltsville, in back of Maryland's farm. It's been a wonderful year for the past 2 to 3 years we have in this African store here, and it's helping us, and actually it's a good place for us to come and give us support and do some shopping here. The prices are reasonable, and most of the stuff you can have is universal.
One thing I love about this store, they are very consistent and they treat the customers very well. You come here, you see everything that you will need for your house.
Next, we'll go to Uganda. Uganda also has a situation where the parliament is trying to censor a lot of these Chinese because they need to really pay attention to our laws. They cannot just come and act the way they want. Why are our presidents giving them a free rein? It's because they are in bed together. They are partners in crime. They are partners who are looting the African people's wealth. Okay? That's what is really happening. So it's sad, but we have to tell the truth as it is. Okay? Then from Uganda now, there are some droughts and floods, and a lot of people are dying as a result of these droughts and floods. So we feel sorry for the people of Uganda who have been affected by these floods and drought, okay, drought, famine. So we just feel sorry for them, and let's do whatever we can to try to help the people of Uganda who are going through these tough times, okay? So let's do that. Then we started our story last week by looking at Zambia. I remember when I used to be in college, I used to love reading a book titled Zambia Shall Be Free. This book was written by Kenneth Kaunda. Kenneth Kaunda was the leader who took Zambia to independence. And in this book, he chronicles his life and times, the fight against the colonial masters, and the hope for a democratic state. When I look at this book in retrospect, I feel sorry, and I think the book should be retitled, Zambia shall never be free. Zambia shall be in slavery to the Chinese. Because when you go to Zambia, I have a lot of friends, they tell me stories about Zambia. You go to Zambia, all the signs are in Chinese. The Chinese have taken over the whole system. And we don't even know what President Lungi is doing. The system is basically broke. So the government doesn't even have the ability to borrow any more money from the International Monetary Fund because they're telling them no. So the only option they have is to continue going to China to borrow more and more money. And right now, China is taking over everything, their police station. So these people have just sold their sovereignty. By contrast, when I look at a president like President Lungi, he's a big foil to Kenneth Kaunda. To end the discussion on Zambia, I want you to look at Kenneth Kaunda. This is a guy who took his country to independence, but he never believed in building big castles, stealing money to do stuff. He lived a simple life. As a result, even in his retirement, his people love him. Let me show you a video of Kenneth Kaunda celebrating his 96th birthday. Take a look.
This is the vine. This is the vine. 95th birthday for one of the great legends of Africa. Oh yeah. Nihambana, Ishalana. Oh yeah,
This is a man who is loved by his people, as you can see. The people love him. Okay, you see the crowds singing for him. He himself also is really a joyful guy. You see he's dancing as much as he's struggling to walk with his cane, but he still has the moves. Okay, he's dancing. So we really love this. Okay, we love this a whole lot. So let's look at what is happening in Zambia. It's something that should not be happening in Africa. Because if it continues happening in Africa, it means that we're putting our people in slavery. Debt is not good. So we have to learn to be self-reliant. Most of the projects that China is engaged in, they are not fair. When a foreign investor wants to come and invest in Africa, our countries need to develop a commercial code. Okay, a commercial code. The commercial code would define the way they should conduct business. They should conduct business on a way that is fair to the Africans. But right now, they bribe the African head of state, but the people don't get anything for those deals. Some of the projects that they are building may result in what you call modernization. But modernization is not the same as development. Those of you who have studied, you should know this. Modernization means you build a fantastic structure, but you don't even have the means to maintain it. So eventually the structure gets into disrepair. But with development, you use your own resources to build the structures and you maintain them. So it shows that you're moving ahead. With modernization, we're not really moving ahead. We're just deceiving ourselves. We can never borrow our way to prosperity. It's a mirage. It's a fallacy. I don't know the kind of economics. That's what I call voodoo economics. It looks like a lot of African presidents believe in voodoo economics. Voodoo means juju. That's what they mean when they say voodoo economics. It is not the economics that we studied in the university, where you say economics is a study of limited resources. As rational human beings, we learn to use resources well. Because we know that there is scarcity of resources, we have to be faced now with the issue of choice. We make choices because we have limited resources. So most of these presidents need to go back and take economics 101. Because the way they behave, it looks like they don't even know economics 101. They are coconut heads. If you are a leader and you've studied economics, you would even know that resources are limited. So you don't have to waste resources. But most of these leaders don't think. It's like they are drinking something. I don't know whether it's Kool-Aid. They have Chinese Kool-Aid that they are drinking. Then it blocks their senses. It's like a lotus fruit. So we, the people, have to stop them from drinking this lotus, okay? So we should knock them so that they can come back to reality. And that's what is happening. The African people now are protesting. If you take the example of Amazonia, they have given time for this government to keep doing his stupid stuff. Now the people have decided that enough is enough. We cannot stand this anymore. After 56 years, we've had enough of French slavery. You look, the people are just tired. There's even another video of Ndokoti market in Douala. You see the people, we are facing a COVID-19 crisis. But the people are just tired, so they don't even care. So just look the way the people are mingling. There's no distancing. Social distancing is a requirement even by the standards of the World Health Organization. But when you look at this video of Cameroonians in the Ndokoti market with their motorbikes, most of them are not even wearing masks. Then why would most of them not pick up this disease like a joke? They will pick up the disease like a joke. So it's really sad. We've come to the end of the show, and we think we, the people, have to fight back. Fight back. Resist the oppressor. Resist the oppressor. It is the only way we can liberate ourselves. Thank you very much. And I'll ask you to share this show with your friends. Please share, share, and share. May God bless you.
Favor International Food Store. African food costs too much money. Yes, we agree. In fact, that is why we opened Favor International Food Store. 1. Price. Low prices every day. 2. Variety. Get everything you are looking for. 3. Customer service. Enjoy the best customer service. 4. Shipping station. We bring the food to you. Favor International Food Store. We are African's Costco and Sam's Club. Retail, wholesale, online, offline. Act now. Experience Favor's freebies today. Call 301-595-3500. Favor International Food Store. 11456 Cherry Hill Road, Beltsville, Maryland, 20705.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.